Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good, good.
You've moved a chair from the living room, or from the dining room, arguably, into the hallway.
Yes.
Living room.
And from the living room, it's the furry chair.
I know which one it is, yeah.
And
Made
now,
from-
wait a minute. I've tried. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm cutting my head off.
That would be very much
Is
like.
that-
Well,
Wait a minute.
do you wanna
Let me see.
sit like you're in G4s, or do you want to like sit like a normal person? Is the question.
Wait a minute. Let me just see.
This is.
Look, because I've
I
got
would
this
say-
nice.
I would say at this point,
Look.
20% of this show is you getting the camera set. But why are you slumped down like someone's just shot you? You can
Oh, because I thought.
sit up. You can sit
Yeah,
up.
but I
You
thought I
don't
was
need to
cutting
sit-
my head
You don't
off.
need to sit back like you're going through, cyber, like some sort of space wormhole or something.
So do you want me to sit? Should I try sitting upright? What do you think?
That's
Doesn't that
great.
cut my head off?
No,
Is
it's
it?
No, it's perfect. You can sit.
But you haven't got. Yeah, but you haven't got the nice lamp.
Well, why don't you hold the? Is it rude for me to ask you to hold the lamp the whole time like the Statue of Liberty?
I think I'd find it a bit hard.
I mean, these are only like a half hour. It wouldn't. I mean, maybe you could just. Well, whatever. We'll figure it out, I guess. How are
Next week I'll have it on my shoulder.
You'll have it on your shoulder like a parrot. You'll be
shoulder.
like, great.
Yeah. And I've hung a blanket at the hall window to keep some of the light out.
Mom, look, it's not that complicated. Why are you Spielberging out right now? You can just leave it. You can just do it in the other room. The light will help you.
No, it didn't. It showed all the faces, marks on my faces. So,
You're not using it right.
yes, yeah. Anyway, and it's like one of those really white days here. It's white cloud.
I hate
it's
to be the one to tell you this, Mom, but from the rest of the world's perspective, every day in England is a pretty white day.
No, we've actually had some lovely weather.
Have you?
Yeah, really lovely.
Dynamic as that sounds as a topic, I think. Sorry, did you just pull out a tissue from your bra?
No, no.
Good God, you're on fire today already, aren't you?
I'm just acting naturally.
No,
And
this is
I've got a cup of tea, but I didn't have.
happening. What are do you think you're on like Good Morning America? You're very.
No, I thought I would have time to finish it, but I didn't. But it doesn't matter because it's gone cold anyway.
Well, you can have it. Nobody cares.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. It's cold. I like my tea.
How many cups of tea do you drink a day?
Well, today I've had. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 5.
5. It's pretty decent.
That's a lot. I don't usually have that many.
I think you do.
No, I've really cut down.
Really.
Today was a heavy day for tea.
So yeah, you always say Fridays you go big.
But first of all, it looks like you're in a nice room.
Yeah, I am in a nice room.
I quite like the colour.
Okay.
It's not as nice as my colour, though. Do you think?
I'm not here to compete about who's got a better wall. You know you've done one of these before, right?
I've done what?
One of these pandemics before, right? We've done this before.
Oh yes, I'm a dab hand.
Yeah. Okay. So just remember, it's not wall talk.
No. Okay.
Trump would love this. There's so much wall talk. No.
Except this is unusual.
No. We're not doing exceptions. We're not doing. Here's why we're going to talk about I feel like you're getting money from Big Wall or something. So I'm not going to let you brand market these. Okay.
I am wondering if a clock would look nice on it, though. Maybe people could comment on whether it needs a clock.
Can we put that to an off-air conversation?
Yes.
Right.
And if anybody's watching, a greyish one, big.
We're not going to talk about the clock though.
No.
Right.
No,
Yeah. That's over.
That's over.
Great.
Done.
Okay.
Yes.
Who was your first boyfriend?
My first boyfriend. Oh gosh, I don't really know. I don't know whether my first going out with somebody was that one I told you about when we went to the pictures and he wore a lot of Old Spice.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was probably the first. I can't quite remember.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
I would be able to remember my first girlfriend.
Oh, go on then, tell us.
No, no, no. I'm just saying it's to me. I'm highlighting that it's odd. It's odd to me that you don't know who your first boyfriend was.
Oh, wait a minute. I do know.
Oh,
Here we go. Now, I might have said this before.
here we go.
My mum's friend Peg, who is 101,
Right.
her son is the same age as me. And when we were in a cupboard, Peg says, and I do remember this, and we were probably both, I would probably have been 3 and he would have been 4.
You've talked.
Have we? And he asked me to marry him.
Yeah, but that doesn't count as a boyfriend. First of all, why the hell were you in a cupboard? What year is this? Was there a bomb warning?
No, because I was born after the war. I don't know why we were in a cupboard. I'll have to ask Peg. She would know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're in a cupboard.
That'll be on hold for that one. And then I know there was a boy next door when we lived in Quinton, and there was a boy next door, and his name was David Elliott, and he was probably my first boyfriend.
Okay.
But I mean, nothing other than, we liked one another. And we
Right.
probably played at that age, we'd have a bit of a play.
A bit of a play. So it's just
Like,
yeah,
like-
like
yeah.
go to the cupboard and propose, something like that.
No, that was very advanced for that age.
Okay. We'll move on. Who was your
Yes.
best friend growing up?
I had 2. One was called Susan Burks when I was in Apsley Road and quite young, and she lived in the next road. And
So
then
she's
when
probably been your bridesmaid had you gone forward with the cupboard wedding.
No, I don't think so, because I think her parents actually didn't really approve of me as a friend. I think they thought I was a bit naughty.
A bit naughty.
I was a little bit naughty, and I remember with Susan once, it was a bit naughty really when I do look back on it. And I took some roses from somebody's garden, and I think her mother picked them, and I think her mother saw me doing it. So I then went and knocked somebody's door that my mum barely knew, and I said my mother had sent her these roses, these flowers, and the woman said, well, I don't think I know your mother, do you? And I said, well, she sent me them anyway.
So first of all, that's early gleaning, technically.
It was actually, wasn't it? Yeah.
So you're gleaning at an early age. You're gonna get in trouble for taking the roses. So you just give them to a stranger and say they're from your mother to sort of justify
Yes.
what you've done.
Yes.
How old
Yes.
are you?
Well, I would have been going to primary school, so probably about
Young, like 6.
9,
Okay. Wow.
9, something like that. Yes, yeah. But Angie was even worse, because we used to go to school together, and we used to get on a bus, and because we used to go a bus ride away to school.
Yeah.
And
I'm familiar with school buses.
and she pulled flowers up from somebody's garden, the whole plant.
Holy shit. Bulbs and all.
Yes, everything. Yes, I don't know what they were. I can't remember. I didn't know whether they were daffodils or tulips or something. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, and then when I got to secondary school, my best friend was somebody called Lynn Doran.
Lynn Doran?
Lynn Doran. Yes.
Like
Yeah.
a character in The Mummy.
And she was the one that we both liked, the 2 choir boys, and she got the better one.
And you were stuck with the shittier choir boy.
I was stuck with the one that smelt of Old Spice forever.
Oh, that's the Old Spice guy. Okay.
That's the Old Spice one, yeah. But we both liked the other boy.
And you settled.
Yes. I don't know whether she ever went out with him much, but
She didn't even take advantage of the hot choir boy?
Pardon?
She didn't even take advantage of having the hot choir boy?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. I don't really know. I can't quite remember.
You find a cute choir boy, you got to take him out for a spin, am I right?
Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you, to see how choiry he is and how religious he really is.
Yes, and you can inquire about his availability status.
Exactly.
Inquire. Okay, so interesting. Where would you, if you could live anywhere, where would you live? Anywhere in the world? We might have covered this one, but I don't remember.
I think if I could speak good French,
France.
I would love to live in Paris.
Okay.
I don't know whether
French to live in Paris.
I don't know whether I do so much now, but I really do like France. I love it, and I love Paris. I love cities, as you know. I'm a city person, and it's funny because I'm living in the country now.
You are. You're like a sitcom.
Yes,
Do you remember when you claimed that you saw a cat with wings on the porch?
I do. I think we've talked about this one.
Okay, we did. I thought we might have.
Yes, yes.
Have we
I
talked
do.
about Domino's?
Domino's.
When I got the pizza delivered, I think we have as well, right?
Yes, I think we've done that one.
Okay.
Yes.
What about growing up? I had a love. Last week we talked about how our house burned down, but I had a
Yes.
real love of fire and fireworks. I was a
Oh.
pyromaniac, right?
Oh yes, definitely. Yes. Yeah.
But
When you think about it, you used to put them in your case from America and bring them to England for
I
Christmas.
think I've talked about that on something before. Yeah, I would bring like
Yeah.
M80s over and stuff like that. But
Yes.
as a parent, what were you thinking when, like, I just started to I mean, because I would buy some, no joke, fire cannons, like really light up the sky fireworks, huge, real
things.
crazy things. I actually swindled my uncle once into driving me to a
Yeah.
firework place, and because he was a grown-up, and then just bought tons of fireworks on my dime, but I still, like, that's what I spent my money on. So what were you thinking when that was all going on?
I think I just thought he likes fireworks.
But you were freaked out by it.
I'm not very keen on fireworks, I have to say.
But in general, fire, and like there was just a there was a lot. I don't know. I feel like you were like,
I did not like those great big ones. I thought they were not very nice.
Yeah.
And I thought they were probably quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Extremely dangerous.
Yes, yes.
I mean,
I did.
lose every 4th of July. A lot of people lose the ability to count on their fingers.
Yes, exactly. Yes, no, it did scare me, but I think I've become more bothered about fireworks as I've got older, you know, because you see.
That's good for me.
When we grew up, you'd have a Catherine wheel and
I'm sorry, you'd have a what?
A Catherine wheel, you know, those that spin round. My dad would put
the Catherine wheel.
Yes, and he'd put a pin in them.
Why would it be called the Catherine wheel?
I don't know. Maybe Catherine invented them.
Sure.
And we'd have
not a lot of people invent things and just go with the first common name. They'll normally go like with the Clarksville wheel, you know what I mean? But she's
and then
Catherine.
Then there was another one. I don't know whether it was called a jumping jack, but it would jump all over the ground, and that was quite scary. That.
These are Jesus God.
I'm not too sure. And then we always had sparklers.
Sure.
Because we celebrated here on November the 5th. That was Guy Fawkes' night.
We just did a podcast in the Dollop revolving a little bit around Guy Fawkes, and at the end I was saying that the 5th of November is a day of like celebration, but it's not. It's a day of chastising Guy Fawkes, essentially.
Well, it is really, because I mean he was trying to blow up the Houses of Parliament and didn't succeed. So,
I wish he had. What about I had a mullet growing up.
Yes.
Ever.
You did.
For like a decade.
Yes.
Like a no joke mullet. You, a tiny British woman, raising a child who was gravitating towards the trashier side of Wisconsin. What were you thinking? I know you hated it.
Oh, I didn't like it.
And then I shaved Z's into the side of my head.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Did
I had a mullet with Z's. Yeah, I looked like Brian Bosworth for a little while.
I did not like your mullet. You had lovely hair.
You're a classy individual, so I feel like.
I don't think I am.
Do you not?
No.
I think you are.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
I think you have very.
If that's a compliment.
Of course it is. I think you have very good instincts when it comes to like, you know, aesthetics and things of that nature.
Yes. No.
Like your lamp up there and like your setup today, but also like the blue plate room, which we talked about before.
Yes.
You don't agree? You don't feel like you're like that?
I do like nice things, I have to say, and I would rather not have anything unless it's what I want and it's nice. I would save my money to have something nice. That's how I was as a child. Yeah, even with my clothes, I would save and get, what I wanted.
Okay, and then quickly, let's touch on your insane sweet tooth.
Oh, yes, it's a bit naughty, isn't it?
Yeah, you are still a bit naughty, aren't you?
I do like my sweet stuff, yes. And I think it's got worse. I didn't used to.
Yes, you did, but it has gotten way worse. You now eat
I
like
think
a 7-year-old.
I could eat for my dinner. I could eat sweet things for my dinner.
No, you're not supposed to say.
No, I know I wouldn't, because I think eventually I crave something savory, but I do like my sweet things.
So the only way to get you to eat real food is to just sugar your tongue into a corner.
But do you know what? I think a lot of people, when I remember that, I don't think Mom was too bad, but I always remember Angie talking about how her mother-in-law, that all she wanted was cakes.
Well, when we hang out at the holidays in England, it always, I mean, still, anytime I go there, someone will buy a quality street, big chocolate thing of quality street, and it just gets passed around like a joint at at a party in the 60s. And it is basically puff puff pass, because you pass it, you take two, you pass it, and people will just feast on a drum of quality street variety chocolates for ages.
Yeah, I think we tend to buy roses now, or Celebrations, I think, are the other ones, or Heroes. I think Quality Street is a little bit down the list now, but yes.
Right. You don't need to come at me with that.
But at Christmas time, they're so cheap now. You can get them for £4 for those great big tins.
Well, let's not be celebrating Christmas year round now, Pamela, okay? I had two more things, and then we can do some more pictures.
Right.
One is, what did you think of my obsession with the Spice Girls?
Oh, I thought it was quite nice.
Okay, I agree. I think they have a good message that has aged very well.
Yeah, and I love their music. And I remember you had a poster, because were there 5 of them originally? Didn't you have a poster with?
Yeah, there was Sporty, Scary, Ginger, Posh, and Baby.
Baby, that's right. Yes.
Who was it?
But you had a rare poster. Have you still got it?
I didn't have a rare poster. I used to go to Blockbuster and convince them to give me their cardboard cutouts of things. And they had I think, honest to God, they had the Spice World one and like knew that I wanted it and saved it for me. But I would go in there and just be like, hey, do you need this Liar Liar cardboard cutout? And they'd be like, no. And I'd be like, can I have it? And they'd be like, yeah. We used to have other stuff too. We used to go to the movie theater, and you remember this? We used to go to the movie theater, and at the end of the night, we would go to the person cleaning up, and we would say, hey, can we have all the popcorn? And they would give you a Santa Christmas bag full of popcorn, and we would have it in the basement, and we would be eating it for 5-6 days. We'd be eating the popcorn.
I do remember that. I do remember those great big bags of popcorn. They were absolutely horrendous.
It was bonkers. It was bonkers.
Do you still like popcorn?
I still find popcorn to be a pretty good healthy snack.
Do you really?
Yeah, if you don't get crazy with all the things you put on popcorn, popcorn's a pretty healthy snack. It's when people start going like, hey, you just put a little of this on there, and then you're going, well, this is becoming a potato chip. And then the last thing is, do you remember when I was scheduled to go to Super Camp?
Super Camp. I remember you going to camp.
Was it nice when I would go to camp? Would that be a nice break?
No, I think I worried about you.
Yeah.
Because you went for a week.
I had a lot of fireworks.
Did you go for a week?
To Super Camp?
Yes.
No. What happened with Super Camp was this thing my father had basically come up with the idea of. And It was this 6-week, 7-week thing where you would go and you would learn, like study skills and all this kind of personality stuff. And I was fucking dreading it. I did not want to go. I'd made it very clear I didn't want to go. I didn't want to. 7 weeks out of your summer as a kid is just like it's just shitting on your summer.
Huge.
And so it was getting closer and closer. I remember I was packing my bag, a depressing pack, And I was sitting in the other room and I was watching this thing and I just kept saying, I don't want to go. 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 And push came to shove and you and my dad had to go to the garden and have another one of your yard discussions where you guys would sometimes go to, I don't know what you thought you were hiding from me. Huh?
A boxing match.
Well, you would go stand like, 80 feet in the garden hiding behind a tree and I'd go to the kitchen and I'd be like, oh yeah, they're arguing. They're fighting out there.
They're at it.
They're at it. And you went and had a yard discussion and came back in and it was laid to me. Look, it would be a really great opportunity for you to take advantage of. And I would really like you to go to this, but you have the choice. And I was like, I'm not going. I didn't go. And I was unpacking and I was like, oh my God, yes.
I think because your father went to boarding school, I think he saw things like that as important, because Nick had to go to a camp. I always remember it was called North Star Camp. Oh, I was just devastated. And I was pregnant with you. And I just hated it. I think it was good for him. But I just, it just wasn't something I grew up with. We never did anything like that. So
I just think when it comes to summer, when you're a kid, you just, that is like the greatest time in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If someone had wanted to take me out of school for 7 weeks, I've been like, absolutely, I'll go to super camp. I'd be wearing the shirt. I'd be like, rah, rah, we're super campers. We love to camp at super camp. Yeah. Okay, well, I just wanted to touch base on that. Were you going?
Yeah, I had sort of forgotten about that, but I wasn't a big camp person. You used to go to little day camps, and I remember when Hillary was over, but not the long ones. I don't think I like the idea of that. But as I say, probably good for you, and whatever. So, when's that?
I have no idea.
That's lovely.
Isn't that a lovely one?
That is a lovely picture, yes.
Picture of me drunk on the street. Someone told me it's in Boston with a guy who's wearing a leather dog head. What do you think of that?
Dear, that's so funny. That's hilarious.
You remember where this is?
No.
So that's when I have friends in LA who are fancy restaurant people, and they probably once a trip when you come, one of them will set us up with an amazing night. And this is one of them. This was one of those nights where we had an amazing dinner. Now, you remember the one time we went to my friend's restaurant and they had a water sommelier?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
That was crazy. They were coming over and they were like, and what kind of water would you like? And we'd be like, we're feeling the Romanian right now, but we'd love something from Persia.
And do you remember they were like $30 and $40 a bottle?
Yeah, I remember. I paid for a lot of the water. Do you have anything from the tap region? We were wondering if there was anything from the, how do you, like Evian or from, again, the faucet would be lovely, something of that nature.
Have you got anything from Stourbridge?
Yeah. Do you ever got any Stourbridge pond water? Do you remember this?
Oh, that was on the plane.
That was when you and I took over the cockpit on the plane, and we told them unless we got our $20 million, we were going to start shooting the passengers. Do you remember that?
Oh, I don't remember that bit.
You shot 2 passengers, and then we got the money wired into our account, and we spent 10 years living in Moscow. You don't remember any of this?
That I do vaguely remember it. Yeah. Yes, it was hard. Putin was still president, wasn't he?
No, Medvedev was. Putin had taken the backseat at that time to be.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
No, and that's when we went. We went on a lovely plane ride all over Los Angeles.
Yes, that was amazing.
It was pretty good, right?
Absolutely amazing. I loved it. That was with your manager's husband, wasn't it?
That's right. Now wait, and then there's one more I wanted to go through. Now this one is a bit disturbing. You used to think it was really funny to pick up horse manure and put it in your mouth, right?
No.
Oh, I thought that was you, because this is a picture when I thought you did that.
I got lost my teeth. That's horrible.
Yeah, remember that's when you fought that woman at the pub and she knocked your 2 fronters out?
Yeah, don't ever let me look like that, ever.
I know you hate. Oh, damn it, it's gone. Oh wait, there it is. I knew you wouldn't enjoy this picture, but it's just so fucking funny.
No, don't ever let me look like that. Even if you
Uh.
have to, do some paper ones.
So good.
That's horrible.
Oh, it's the best.
Did you Photoshop that or whatever they call it?
Did I Photoshop that? How dare you? No, that's all you. That's you having one of your chalkboards or something.
That's so funny. Do you want to see a picture I brought?
Yeah, give me one or two. Oh, you've got it there on your shelf. Jesus.
Yeah. There's one of you in your school uniform. Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh God, I don't believe I used to wear a tie like Trump.
Oh yes. Yeah. And you're sitting on the dining room table. Look, don't you look funny?
Professional.
Yeah. Okay. Then I've got. I just picked a handful. Really.
Okay.
Look.
Oh my God. Ugh. What an unlovable lump.
Oh, I think it's lovely. I think it's
lump.
lovely. Wait a minute. What's this one? There.
That's nice. Yeah, well framed there, Mum, too. Lovely framing.
Oh, was that good? Did I do it well?
No.
No, hopeless.
Not that one was not very good.
It's hard for me to see.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's at Auntie Hillary's, isn't it?
Yeah, those are my cousins.
Yeah. What's this one? Say when you've had enough.
All right, let's do two more. So pick one and pick a good one.
There's a nice one. No?
That's a great one. All right, not that one. Let's do a different one.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. This is your last one now.
I think we might. Oh, wait a minute. You've got to just have one more after this. Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh my Lord.
Look at that shirt.
Oh, look at that everything.
That came from Goodwill, didn't it?
Everything came from Goodwill.
That's horrid, that one, isn't it? Well, not very nice clothes. Wait a minute. Here.
I would actually defend the Goodwill clothes. Oh, God. Just. Is it weird to look at that and think that became the thing you're talking to? Is that strange?
No, because I think babies often look a bit strange, don't they? And then they turn out to be
it's
nice.
strange to think that I went from that to this. Is that weird? And you're the cause of all of it?
No, because
you don't seem too intellectually stimulated by my question. Okay, let's just keep going. One more.
I'll just do this one of me on a run with the ambulance behind me. I think I might have done that one before.
Now, not a lot of people know that whenever you would run, you would have an ambulance follow you everywhere.
I thought it was so. I think my dad took that picture because we were running through Wollaston.
That's amazing. All right, no more. You're cut off.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's it. Okay, right.
All right, one more.
Let's have this one of. This was my sister's wedding, and that's me with that funny hair and that suit.
Oh, push in a little bit. Move it over to your right. Push in a little more. Lift it up a little. God, look at you, eh?
Yeah. Can you believe it?
No. And look at Hillary. Oh my Lord, all of you. Wow.
Yeah, all of us. Yes, yeah. That was Angie's first husband.
Well, lovely. Do you have any shows or anything you'd like to promote, Mum?
I don't think I do. Do you?
There's some stuff. Go to my website, GarethReynolds.com for all shows.
Okay. What about tonight?
I'm in St. Louis, so I have shows tonight. I had a show last night. I have 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow.
How was last night's? Was it good?
Great, very fun. Thursday night shows are very can be very fun. They're very silly.
Oh, that's
you don't
really
have one show. You just got in. You can just kind of mess around. It's fun.
That's lovely. So you got 2 tonight as well.
2 tonight, 2 tomorrow.
How do you manage to keep it all fresh?
I mean, the whole thing, I think in a way, like what stand-up really is your ability to naturalize material for the environment. So you basically are, doing things you've prepared and finding the way to make them entertaining. And so you sort of, like last night, I just started talking about something and someone mentioned something and then I just told a random story. And but you also are working on stuff. So you're revamping it. I mean, I have people come to multiple shows sometimes and I'm like, this must be boring. And it probably is to some extent, but you are, you're working on changing things all the time. So if someone finds it interesting to watch you sort of modulating your material, then it's interesting, but no, you have fun. I mean, you find ways to have fun,
Like the pandemic, isn't it? Got to keep it interesting.
That's right. And hope that one of the people doesn't keep trying to quit.
That person's not doing it anymore. Have you
Yeah,
noticed?
that person's turned over a new leaf, hasn't that person?
That person is just amazing.
Now that person's just had quite a turnaround.
Bloody hell. What a star.
Okay, let's all calm the fuck down. All right, Mom. Oh, my love, thank you for doing this. Lovely in the hallway.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad you like it.
Love it.